think for me, the big thing there is really around consumption and how that moves as we move out of the coronavirus overall. Will people start to consume? Because that really is key for the economic recovery.
I think that's an interesting point to bring out. And I suppose, Paul, we've been hearing from a number of our managers about the importance of the US and the importance of US consumption and the US consumer. What are you thinking about that from a growth aligned perspective?
I think in the US, clearly the consumer has been vital for their economy and has really driven their economy over for a long time. And I think coming into the downturn and as the coronavirus spread, we continue to favour the US on the basis that the US consumer coming into this scenario was strong, and therefore arguably in a better position to be more resilient, and we've continued to favour the US on that basis.
It's interesting, I think, to look at the unemployment data in the US, where the approach really contrasts with what's happening in the UK, where the support package is very much from the government to support the structure of the economy and to maintain the functioning of business and keeping people employed. Whereas in the US, we've obviously seen that very, very, very significant spike up in unemployment. But then we saw the data yesterday where the continuing claims number was very different, in the fact that it went from 24.5, 24.9, I can't just remember the number, down to 21 million. So there's 3.9 million people who have potentially become re-employed in the past couple of weeks, which is quite a swift change. And if that trend is in any way sustained over the coming months, speaks to the points you're making there, Paul, around the resilience or the adaptability maybe of the US economy to change.
It's interesting because we were talking to one of our managers, SEI, a couple of months ago, and they were kind of very bullish around the recovery. And they were talking about the potential for US unemployment to be within single digits, potentially as we move to the end of the year. So again, that sort of factors in with what you're saying there, Jeff, in the sense that actually, these unemployment figures can recover very quickly.
I think, Chris, that's right as well. And a lot of the managers that we have are looking at China as well and saying, right, they're going to be ahead of the rest of the world. We know why it started there, so they're going to be further ahead in terms of recovery. But when you look at the data on consumption of commodities, on raw materials, on the property markets within the big cities, say Shanghai, traffic levels, etc., there is a recovery. And if there's a model there to be followed, you've got real data, real facts which are coming out of the area that was affected first. And perhaps that could be significant for the rest of the world. And the US, the jobless figures, it's a result of probably lockdown being eased there, that people can get out more and they can go looking for work, and there are jobs to fill. And thinking about the UK, the restaurant chains that are there, the high street chains, they're opening up now for delivery services. Not much good for me where I am here because I'm a little bit too far out of the city centre, but Paul can now get his deliveries again from Wagamama and from Nando's, being on the quayside in Newcastle.